Hello and a warm welcome to Well This Week by latestlaws.com. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notification for new videos. My name is Sheetal Joon, Associate Editor, latestlaws.com, and I will be taking you through the significant orders and judgments passed by various courts in the country and some important international news from this week. Let's begin with Supreme Court this week. The Supreme Court has pardoned the two members of the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal bench who were held in the contempt of court for defying the court's directives in the Finolex Cable Case. While Judicial member Rakesh Kumar resigned from the tribunal, technical member Allahabad was submitted an unconditional apology for not complying with the directive of the apex court. Manish Sisodia, the former Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, was denied bail by the Supreme Court in connection with the corruption and money laundering charges. The court emphasized that there is material and evidence that tentatively lends support to one of the charges filed under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. The Supreme Court has agreed to examine whether a transgender person who chooses to become a woman after undergoing gender reassignment surgery can seek relief under the Domestic Violence Act. Judicial review is not about scanning state policies for the purpose of suggesting better or different prescriptions, the central government has told the apex court, as it defended the validity of the Electoral Bonds Scheme and maintained that citizens do not have the fundamental right to be informed about the sources of political funding. The Supreme Court has dismissed Anjuman Intizamiya Masjid Committee's petition challenging the Allahabad High Court Chief Justice's administrative decision to withdraw the Gyanvapi case from a single-judge bench, hearing it since 2021. In a verdict impacting the scope of review petitions, the Supreme Court has held that review of a judgment cannot be allowed merely because of any passing reference made against it by another bench of equal strength, and that no petitioner can be permitted to re-agitate or re-argue the case on that ground. Now let's have an overview of High Courts. The Punjab and Haryana High Court has allowed an appeal seeking the transfer of FIR to the Central Bureau of Investigation. The court ruled that there was a need for a thorough investigation due to the involvement of various stakeholders in the system, the shifting stance of the investigating agency, and the abuse of the legal process, stating that it was crucial to prevent the erosion of trust in the legal system and maintain the integrity of the judicial process. The Allahabad High Court has issued notice in a PIL related to the strict compliance of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. The petitioner had requested that guidelines should be established for the seizure of animals, and they have also prayed for the private non-governmental organizations to be prohibited from keeping such animals without order from the concerned magistrate. Fundamental rights of a person cannot be taken away for non-payment of a loan, the Delhi High Court has said, quashing a lookout circular issued against a man who defaulted on loans for 2 cars. The Meghalaya High Court, in a significant judgment, has affirmed that Section 23 of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act encompassed individuals beyond media publishers and owners. The Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh High Court has framed guidelines on arrest, detention and bail of persons accused in criminal cases for the guidance of the magistrate and the subordinate criminal courts. The Bombay High Court has delivered a stern warning to the income tax assessing officers, cautioning that it may impose financial penalties on them if they are found to be responsible for delayed assessment orders and that leave taxpayers with inadequate time to respond. Moving on to international news this week. Elon Musk has asked a federal judge to not force him to testify in a US Securities and Exchange Commission's probe into the $44 billion takeover of social media site Twitter. Israeli families of victims of the Hamas attack has appealed to the International Criminal Court to order an investigation into the killings and abductions despite Israel's opposition to the court. Google CEO Sundar Pichai has took to stand in the biggest US antitrust case in a quarter century. Testifying in the court, Pichai defended Google's practice of paying Apple and other tech companies to make Google the default search engine on their devices. Google CEO said that the intent was to make the user experience seamless and easy. In the end, we have miscellaneous news. Amid the rise in cross-border B2C e-commerce trade, India is taking the lead in setting up a global online dispute resolution (ODR) platform to resolve disagreements in online transactions between businesses and consumers, the Consumer Affairs Secretary has said on Thursday. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. This is a weekly program, and to get more information, please check the description box, and for weekly updates, like and subscribe to our channel.